Hello, everyone. This is Jason. We are back over here at From Heroes to Icons, and we are looking at our last week in September for the comic books of September 25th. And we have a pretty medium week, I guess. Not nothing too extravagant. And we thank the comic gods for that. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this coming of fall and what is it? The autumnal equinox, I guess, is upon us. And before we get into these books, I'm rereading some other books that are other than comic books. And I believe book 7, which is the last book of this series, is coming out the day after New Comic Book Day. And I just wanted to hip you guys to this, just in case there's any fantasy sci-fi guys out there that are looking for something a little bit more substantial than the Power and the House of X books and such. And these are a series called Cradle by Will Wight, and he has also written a series called the Traveler's Gate series. But this series here, under the surname Cradle, has had 6 books. Unsold, Soulsmith, The Black Flame, Skysworn, Ghostwater, and Underlord. Book 7, which is set to come out, as I said, on September 26th, is called Uncrowned. And you can't get this book in a paperback or hardcover. It will be first released on all digital devices, Kindle and all of that other type of good stuff. But if anybody that's into, the fantasy sci-fi stuff with a really strong hint of kung fu and manga and anime and stuff like that, this is a series that rivals a whole lot of other series. Really new wave, and it is just fantastic. Can't wait for Uncrowned to come out. There's the power sets that the people have, the world building, the character interaction, the deaths. It's really awesome. And I thought I would throw that out there because, I want to do something different to make my channel stand out a little bit more. So, books that are not comic books. So, as we begin always, we're going to start off with DC Comics. And here we have Action Comics 1015 by Brian Michael Bendis and Szymon Kruganski. Cover A is by David Marquez, and cover B is by Lucio Perillo. And this, I believe, is the first book that Naomi is in besides her own series. So, 2 really cool covers. I would definitely pick that up. Batgirl 39 by Cecil Castellucci and Carmine Gianni. I'm not going to leave it just like that. Gianni is doing cover A. Hope you don't mind if I abbreviate their name like that. Hopefully Carmine won't mind too much. And cover B is a cardstock cover by Jeff DeCall. Batman Beyond 36 by Dan Jurgens and Rick Leonardi. Cover A is by Chris Samney, and cover B is by Francis Manapul. As I was stating before, it'd be good to pick up these Batgirl books. Batman Beyond books, because there is going to be a Batgirl Beyond very soon. One of my favorite books of this year, Batman Curse of the White Knight #3, written and drawn by Sean Murphy, and both cover A and cover B are by Sean Murphy. I think last issue we found out that Harley Quinn was knocked up. I guess we'll see what happens in this issue. Batman Superman #2 by Joshua Williamson and David Marquez. Marquez is doing cover A, and Jerome Opina is doing cover B. I would definitely pick this up, but my pull list is big enough already. Detective Comics 1012 by Peter Tomasi and Doug Mankey. I guess he jumped off of Batman and went to another Batman book. Cover A is by Mankey, and cover B is outstanding. Nice Batman cover by Ryan Sook. The Flash, #79 by Joshua Williamson and Rafa Sandoval. Sandoval is doing cover A, And Paulo Pantalina is doing cover B. And this, I believe, continues the storyline of the death of the Speed Force. Another outlier book is pretty dope. Freedom Fighters, number 9 by Robert Venditti and Eddie Barrows. Really book on the outskirts, but it's pretty deep. Harleen, number 1, which I believe is a Black Label book. Why? Because they took the black out of the Black Label. And Stefan Sejic, I believe, is doing the writing and artistic chores on this book. And he is doing both cover A and cover B. Shazam! Finally has entered back into the comic book world. And this book is later than Doomsday Clock. It's ridiculous. Shazam number 7 by Jeff Johns and Dale Eaglesham. Eaglesham is doing cover A. Pardon me, live very close to an airport. Eaglesham is doing cover A, and Ivan Reyes is doing cover B. The Terrifics, number 20, still hanging in there, by Jin Lun Yang and Stefan Sokovia. Dan Mora is doing cover A, and Aris Dine is doing cover B. Last book over here for DC Comics is Wonder Woman 79 by G. Willow Wilson and Scott Eaton. Aaron LaPresta is doing cover A, and of course, Jenny Frison gives us a Dynamite cover for cover B. I got one book for Image, and that is Black Science 43, and this is the final issue of this book. I hopped on this book late. I got the first 8 or 9 issues for a really nice price. Super mint book. But really weird type of science fiction story. Reminds you of the old science fiction fantasy magazine stories and stuff that Frazetta used to do the covers for and all that. But it's coming to an end, so c'est la vie. And this is by Rick Remender and Matteo Scalera. Scalera is doing both cover A and cover B, and we have a wraparound cover by Andrew Robinson. I would definitely pick this up. If you haven't got it, at least pick up the final issue. And rolling over to Marvel Comics, we got The Amazing Spider-Man number 30 by Nick Spencer and Ryan Ottley, and I hope that this book pace speeds up just a teeny bit. They're killing me over here with these kind of rotten storylines. But that Ryan Ottley is back doing the pencils, it's probably a halfway important storyline. And Ryan Ottley is doing both cover A and the Immortal wraparound cover for cover B. Avengers 24 by Jason Aaron and Stefano Casella. Casella is doing cover A, and Greg Land is giving us a wraparound cover of Miss Marvel herself. The Black Panther number 16 by Ta-Nehisi Coates and Daniel Acuna. I believe the Black Panther is back in Wakanda. Unbeknownst to him, he has to fight the symbiote, what's his name? Killmonger again. Should be pretty dope. Captain America number 14, another book by Ta-Nehisi Coates and art by Jason Masters. Alex Ross is giving us cover A, and Patrick Zurcher is giving us the Immortal wraparound cover. Fearless number 3 by Joe Quinn and Claire Rowe. Yasmin Putri is doing bang-up job on these cover A's for this book. I don't even know what the book is about, but I just snagged these books just for the A covers. Yasmin Putri, I think she definitely needs to go from just doing covers and do like a Sean Murphy thing where she writes the book, draws the book, and does both covers for the book. I think that would be a real good look for Marvel Comics. And Jenny Frison is doing cover B, which is not shown. Ghost Spider number 2 by Shonen Maguire and Takeshi Miyazawa. I don't know why I can't. Maybe if I say it, Miyazawa Takeshi. Yeah, that sounds much better. And I have one cover for this, cover A by George Molina. New Mutants, War Children by Chris Claremont and Bill Sienkiewicz. Sienkiewicz is doing cover A. Bob McLeod is doing cover B. And Martin Simmons has a very Sienkiewicz looking cover for cover C. Next we have Powers of X number 5 by Jonathan Hickman and R.B. Silva, one of the best reads of 2019, with its gazillion covers. Cover A is by R.B. Silva. We have a cover B, which is a not a wraparound, but a connecting cover by David Nakayama. I haven't been feeling those last two covers. An action figure cover for cover C. We have a Decades cover for cover D of Gambit. Cover E is the new character cover by Dustin Weaver. Cover F is by Scotty Young. And cover G is the Huddleston 1 in 10 variant. And if you can, make sure you get that 1 in 10 variant for cover price. Don't let them fool you. Strike Force number 1 by Tiny Howard and German Peralta. Andrea Sorrentino is doing cover A. Joe Bennett, and I believe that is an incentive cover of 1 in 25, is that cover B that I have. And Mike Deodato Jr. has what I have for cover C. Last book of the week and last book for Marvel Comics is Thanos number 7. I hope it is. I'm sorry. And that also is by Tiny Howard with art by Ariel Olivetti. And I believe this is the last issue. That's the only reason I even put this down. And that is it, my people, for the books of this week and the fantasy books of this week. As for our covers of the week, I'm going to put that Amazing Spider-Man number 30, the Immortal Wraparound cover by Ryan Otley. Batman, Curse of the White Knight by Sean Murphy, cover A. And, of course, Wonder Woman 79, cover B by Jenny Frison. As for our books of the week, you can look for Action Comics 1015, which is Naomi's first appearance outside of her own series. Harleen, number 1, another Black Label book. And I don't know if this is oversized or not, or if it'll be in the same format as Batman Last Night on Earth. I guess we'll have to see. And Powers of X number 5 as the plot thickens. And make sure, I believe in the next week or the next 2 weeks, be on the lookout for Beware of the Ghost Rider number 1, which has a slew of variants. But instead of a white sketch cover, it has a black cover variant. Like the entire cover is black except for the logo and the barcode. So I'm going to try to order like 4 of those and see what I can do with that. Oh, pray to God, drawn in white. You can't erase. So, and that is that. But I believe that book's going to be pretty hot. And it might have 2 to 3 Ghost Riders in it. So until then, buy your comic books, read your comic books, and love your comic books. I'll catch you guys at the same bad time and at the same bad channel. Peace.